Today's video is about Seth Freakin Rollins, and is there a problem with Seth Rollins right now in terms of booking him come WrestleMania time for the WWE? What is up, guys? Chase Aubrey here, bringing you another video to my channel. So, as we all know, Seth Rollins gave out a great performance on Monday Night Raw this past Monday in the Gauntlet match. Whether you liked the Gauntlet match for its in-ring action or whether you hated it for its lack of storytelling, I was someone that was in the middle because I thought the booking decisions in the Gauntlet match were bad for the most part because some of them made no sense. But at the same time, the action was pretty entertaining if I just turned off my head and not really focused on the storylines. You know, I was in the middle, but ultimately I said one thing, though, that you kind of have to appreciate from this Gauntlet match is Seth Rollins working this match. I mean, the dude went 65 minutes, and to put into perspective for you guys, look at this meme right here. Rollins' time in his match on Raw, 65 minutes, while Brock's time since Mania 33 is 62 minutes and 35 seconds. But at the end of the day, we all know Brock's bank account, that's probably a little bit more than Seth Rollins, but that's neither here nor there. But this performance by Seth Rollins started to get fans more amped up about what WWE should be doing at WrestleMania. Now, this is where I say the Seth Freakin Rollins problem, because the thing is, it's kind of weird. Seth Rollins was at a weird point during this road to WrestleMania. At first, it was kind of like up in the air. What is he going to do? When Dean Ambrose was healthy, a lot of people speculated, all right, Ambrose is going to turn heel because Ambrose really needs a heel turn. And then Seth Rollins is going to be, you know, the baby face, and it's going to be Ambrose and Rollins. Bam! There you go. That's a good matchup, revisiting an old rivalry. It could do some good business. Dean Ambrose goes out. We don't know when Ambrose is going to return. You know, some reports say that Ambrose could return earlier than expected, but still, we don't know when Dean Ambrose is going to return. And then originally it seemed like Seth Rollins is going to be in a feud with Jason Jordan, and then it's kind of all like, that really a good idea? But then the more that the story was playing out on TV, a lot of fans kind of got behind it. You know, Jason Jordan, even if you liked him or not, he was becoming a decent character on Raw television. He was definitely hated, and him versus a Seth Rollins at WrestleMania would have made a lot of sense because of what they were doing. And then, unfortunately, Jason Jordan went out with injury, and we don't know when he's going to return. You know, some reports say that he could come out back earlier. I haven't seen those reports, but someone on Twitter, BW Rosis, told me that that could be the case. And then all the reports that I've seen have saying he's done for the year. He won't be back until next Royal Rumble. So we don't know what was Seth Rollins going to do at Mania. It was like kind of like, what are they going to do? Seth Rollins then gets added into the Elimination Chamber, making a 7-man Elimination Chamber match. And literally no one was really like talking about Rollins possibly winning. Everyone was kind of like, you know, just accepting of the fact, hey, Reigns is going to win. It's going to be Reigns and Lesnar. And then for whatever reason, WWE was like, hey, well, Vince, because Vince is the one apparently who booked this whole match. Vince was saying to himself, let's have Seth Rollins go out there and wrestle 65 minutes. Now, you can look at it either two ways. The reason why they had Seth wrestle 65 minutes is just kind of show that he's still a main threat in the main event scene, which makes sense because really, to be honest, Seth Rollins hasn't been a main threat in the main event scene since probably since like after losing to Triple H, not losing to Triple H, losing to Kevin Owens, you know, because he was kind of like in the middle where it was just like he wanted to get revenge on Triple H, but then at the same time, he couldn't because Triple H was avoiding him, and then he beats Triple H. And then he was kind of just like wavering in the mid-card scene a little bit. So Seth Rollins hasn't been like a big deal since beating Triple H per se. And especially in the title hunt, he hasn't been a big deal since losing to Kevin Owens in 2016. So that should show you right there, you know, Seth Rollins has just always kind of had like a question mark since then. So yeah, of course, you want to have him a good showing to kind of, you know, remind people like, hey, this guy's pretty good. On the other hand, you have people like me who feel like, you know, they put Seth in that situation between Roman and Cena, mainly just to remind people that Roman and Cena are also good wrestlers because look at this, they had a good match and it was with Seth Rollins, so hey, these guys are still good. You know, not to discredit Seth here, but I feel like WWE's main focus was more of like, hey, let's give Roman and Cena two hard-fought good matches, because you notice once Seth left, the other matches were kind of like, they weren't as hard-fought compared to the Roman and Cena matches, and especially with all the kickouts and false finishes. So yeah. But then this leads to the Seth Rollins problem, because now people are talking about how they want to see this match at WrestleMania. People are talking about how they would want to see a triple threat between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. And it is a problem because it feels like the IWC, they love finding ways to like try to make sure Roman is not really the main guy, or WWE doesn't really do a good job at like saying we're going to stick to our guns and go with Roman. This is why I always argue with people, and I can't believe I may have to do another video topic on this, how Roman isn't John Cena, or he isn't the new John Cena, because WWE, when Cena was on top, did not care if Cena was getting booed out the building. They still booked Cena one-on-one matches. With Roman Reigns, they're always so hesitant to kind of go bang, bang. Like, the only time they were really like, okay, we're going with Roman was 32. That was the only time they were like, we have to do Roman, no matter what. Other than that, they've always been kind of like gun shy, like, you know, because they either do this with Roman. There's no happy medium with Roman. There's no good build for Roman Reigns. Either Roman is shoved down our throats, rocket shipped to be the next great thing of all time, or WWE plays it safe with him, where we know he's a main character because he's featured a lot in main event matches, and he comes out and he says, I'm a big deal. But then afterwards, they don't go all the way with him. They just safely book him. They just safely book him where it's like, yeah, we know you're not going to like it, but just know he did lose to Seth Rollins, and just know he did lose to Samoa Joe or Finn Balor, whatever wrestler they need him to lose to, they'll do it just so that way it's like, well, he doesn't look too strong, does he? So Reigns is just always like at a flat line. Like, it's either Reigns is at a flat line or he's like too high on the heart scale, where it's just too much Roman Reigns or very little Roman Reigns, but you know Reigns is going to win because he's the guy, which, you know, understandable. Cena, back in his day, Cena was always like happy medium. It was like, oh, Cena would win, Cena would lose. There was no shying away from John Cena being like, oh, no, we're not gonna make Cena win. No, Cena would win this match. Like, Cena would just be like, LOL. So now you have the problem with people are wondering now what to do with Seth Rollins, because now coming towards Elimination Chamber this Sunday, a lot of people are thinking, hey, should you have Seth Rollins win the Chamber, or maybe find a way to get Seth Rollins in a triple threat match? It clearly is a problem, because the thing is, with what WWE did by giving Rollins like this 65-minute platform and making it where he looks super good, they had to do something very, very big at WrestleMania. And then at the same time, though, and if you really want to look this logically, if you look at what Seth Rollins, though, has been doing the past few months, it would make no sense for this guy to have such a huge match at WrestleMania. Like, the thing is this dude beat Triple H last year at Mania. Minus that, what has Seth Rollins been doing? Like, his main storyline last year was trying to get a bro bump from Dean Ambrose. Like, him and Dean Ambrose gonna bump fists. Like, that was the main storyline this dude was doing last year. Whether you like or hate Roman or not, at least WWE with Roman from the last year after beating Taker, Roman was trying to prove how he was the big dog in the yard, facing guys like Samoa Joe, taking on Lesnar, taking on Strowman, taking on Lesnar, Care Bear, and Joe at SummerSlam, faced Cena at No Mercy, did the little Shield reunion before Bray Wyatt's infection infected everyone. You get the idea. At least Reigns, from a presentation and from what he's been doing compared to Rollins, it feels like, okay, they've been building him up not well. I'm not saying they've done a good job building Reigns up, but at least it feels like, okay, they've been saving him for Lesnar. The same with Lesnar. The way they've been using Lesnar, where Lesnar beats everyone with the F5 once, it feels like the only guy that could take him on is a dude named Roman Reigns, a guy who gave him fits at WrestleMania 31, the guy that almost beat him at WrestleMania 31. That feels like the route that they should go with. But at the same time, it's like with Seth Rollins, if you add him in this match, it's kind of like you're just adding him in there just so that way you don't have to hear fans bark too much and complain that, oh, it's Reigns in the Universal title. Well, if Seth Rollins shouldn't be in that match, which match would I put him in? You know, is he really that big of a deal to team up with Ronda Rousey? Because let's be real here. I don't think the big match at Mania is Lesnar versus Reigns or Styles versus Nakamura. I honestly think the biggest match at WrestleMania is going to be that Ronda Rousey match, whatever the rumored tag match that they plan on doing with the mystery superstar, Rousey, Triple H, and Stephanie. I wouldn't be surprised at that main event, and like I said, that's probably another video topic down the line. But when it comes down to it, would you put Rollins in that match? And is Rollins really like name worthy? I mean, storyline wise, it would make sense because Seth Rollins could be like, I beat you last year, Triple H. I need to beat you. But then again, there's rumors that Vince wants to turn Seth heel to face Roman after Mania. So it's like, do you go down that route? Like, I don't think they're going to give Ronda, hashtag cringe Ronda, her first loss. So it's it's kind of weird what they should do with Seth Rollins. Many people are saying a match with Kurt Angle, and like, I'm sorry if it was Kurt Angle and like circa, I don't know what happened. Like, Kurt Angle came to WWE and it's like the monster stole his wrestling power. Like, the dude can't wrestle anymore. He looks all out of wax. I don't want to see Seth Rollins take 3 angle slams and, you know, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Honestly, don't know, but this is a problem. Not in a bad way. It's more of a problem of, like, what do you do with this guy? Because after a performance like that, you can't just have this guy do a mid-card match or an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale or a match that has no significance. He needs a match with significance, but it's kind of like when you think about his long-term booking in the past, he hasn't been doing anything significant, so why would you put him in that situation? This is why it's the Seth Rollins problem, and I need help finding this equation. If you guys have the answers, comment them down below. I just wanted to present the Seth Rollins problem, and hopefully people don't take this as a negative video, because this is more of just kind of breaking down the booking and everything like that, and everything, it could be a good problem. So let me know in the comment section down below, what would you do with Seth Rollins? Me personally, like I said, I don't know what Dean Ambrose's timetable is, but if they are able to squeeze Ambrose some way, somehow, I would love to see Rollins and Ambrose. That match is fine for the position he's in, and I don't think fans would be too pissed at that. And no, I wouldn't want to see Seth versus Brock one-on-one. Last time they did that, that match did not intrigue me, and it wasn't a good match per se, at least in my personal opinion. But that's what I would want, because I don't know. I just feel like Seth and Ronda, you know, if his booking made sense for the past year, I'd be down with it. And especially if WWE doesn't, because WWE is trying to turn him heel. How are you going to make him a heel after team with Ronda? That just makes no sense to me. I don't know. Maybe keep him face. You know, it's fine to have face versus face feuds. I'm rambling at this point. But yeah, give me your answers to your solutions down below. All opinions are welcome on this channel. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseAlbert68. Give this video a big old thumbs up. I'm really looking forward to what you guys say in the comment section. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Remember, guys, just like our man Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And